Hello, I'm Scott Cleaver, Sprint Cup Rep for Electonics, and I'm going to show you how easy it is to install a helmet kit. For starters, just grab your helmet, and you need a solid place to work on it. So we've got a cool helmet bowl that Simpson made for us, but you can use any bowl at home. Just put a towel on it, so that way you don't scratch it. And you can also take your visor off if you're worried about that. These are some of the tools that you're going to need to complete the installation of your helmet kit. Drill, the 1/8 inch drill bit, rivet gun, flush cuts, pair of pliers, X-Acto blade, and this is the hardware that comes with your helmet kit, and a preheated glue gun, and a couple spring-loaded clamps. And now it's time to grab your helmet kit and begin. The first step is to decide which side of the helmet you're going to install the helmet kit on. Traditionally we do it on the right because a lot of helmets have vents on the left. Next, we're going to pull the padding away from the shell. It's better to use your hands to do this than tools to minimize ripping the padding. Now we're going to place the microphone between the cheek pad and the padding in the front of the helmet, making sure that the picture of the microphone is facing the driver's lips. Now we're going to rivet it to the helmet. Next, you're going to put your helmet on your head for mic positioning. You want to center the microphone on your lips, touching your lips. This is the most crucial part of helmet kit microphone installation. If you have a helmet with a removable cheek pad, go ahead and remove that from your helmet. Then we're going to cut a channel in the foam for the microphone. And you're going to cut a hole in the end of the channel and slide the microphone through. Hold the microphone in place, and at this point you can put it up to your face and center the microphone, which again is the most important part of the installation. Once it's centered, you can go ahead and just put a little dab of glue on top of the microphone to hold it in place. Now that you have the mic positioned correctly, you're going to apply some hot glue to the boom right here to adhere it to the shell to help it maintain position. Once the glue is dry, it's time to move on to the next step, which is to mount the earphone jack to the helmet. This step is optional. A lot of drivers like it to hang down, but we find it preferable to permanently mount it to the helmet. At this point, you can mount it anywhere you want on the right side of the helmet. The star washer goes behind the clamp. Once the earphone jack is mounted, you're going to mount the rest of the cable inside the helmet. That way you can't pull the whole kit out. You put a clamp on the long end that's left, and what you're going to do is mount this with a rivet inside the helmet, and then you're going to zip tie these two pieces behind the rivet. That way when you pull on it, they're going to get caught on the rivet and you cannot rip the whole helmet kit out. Now you have to zip tie the cables behind the rivet, which is a little difficult since it's already tucked in there, but there's no better way to do it. Now we're going to lay it neatly behind the padding so it lays flat against the helmet shell. And this is what it looks like completed. Here's the clamp, and there's the zip tie behind it. We're almost done. Now to take your glue gun, we're going to put a thin strip of glue along the padding that we pulled up earlier, and with the hot glue, less is more. You don't need a lot to make it adhere back to the shell. And just take your clamps and clamp the padding to the shell just for a few moments so it stays flush. When the glue's dry, go ahead and take your clamps off. The last step is the easiest. Go ahead and grab your mic muff and your zip tie and go ahead and put on your microphone. Now that your installation is complete, you're ready to go racing.